My name is Lin Meiying. I am 69 years old. People often ask me when I became rich. I never answer that question directly because the truth is uncomfortable. Wealth does not arrive in a moment. It grows quietly while you are busy surviving. When I was young, I was not special. I was not brilliant. I did not come from money. I came from noise, from shared rooms, from parents who worried about rice prices and electricity bills. I came from a China that was still learning how to breathe after hardship. There were no shortcuts. There was only work. I learned early that income is fragile. A salary disappears the moment you stop showing up. I watched good people lose everything when factories closed, when bosses changed their minds, when governments shifted directions. That is when I understood something most people never do. If you do not own anything, you are always replaceable. So I stopped chasing higher pay. I chased ownership. At first, it was small, a percentage in a trading operation, a quiet share in a warehouse lease. No one celebrated me. No one noticed. And that was good. Because while others chased applause, I was learning how assets behave when no one is watching. The businesses that made me wealthy were not impressive. They were boring. Manufacturing parts no one talks about. Logistics routes no one photographs. Distribution systems that move quietly in the background. Ugly industries. Predictable demand. Repeating customers. There is a reason old money hides there. Riches do not like attention. I never built something exciting. I built something necessary. People always need materials, always need transport, always need supply chains to function. When trends died, my businesses kept breathing. When excitement faded, my cash flow stayed. Many people think success comes from selling something. They are wrong. Power comes from controlling what surrounds the sale. Supply, production, distribution, pricing. I learned that dependence is expensive. Every time you rely on someone else, you give away margin and control. So slowly, patiently, I brought everything inward. One step at a time, one layer at a time. When suppliers failed, I did not panic. When distributors raised prices, I did not beg. Control makes you calm. Control makes you hard to kill. I stayed in the same industries for decades. While others reinvented themselves every few years, I stayed. I watched cycles repeat, booms, crashes, shortages, excess. I learned when to expand and when to wait. Most people quit right before the advantage appears. Time rewards consistency, not excitement. For many years, I lived quietly. I did not look rich. I did not feel rich. I reinvested everything. I wore the same clothes, drove the same car, ate the same food. Status did not interest me because status cannot protect you in a downturn. Cash flow came first. Visibility came last. I have been in rooms where people wore watches worth more than my factories, and I knew they were fragile. People who flex early are usually compensating for instability. Real wealth does not need witnesses. The relationships that mattered in my life were never social. They were strategic. Older partners, smarter operators, people who had already survived mistakes I had not yet made. I listened more than I spoke. I never asked broke people for advice about money. Proximity changes how you think. When you sit near disciplined minds, you stop romanticizing nonsense. Money, to me, was never emotional. I did not shop when I was sad. I did not celebrate by spending. Money was a tool. Every unit had a task. Expand, protect, reinforce, like soldiers assigned missions. Emotional people spend money. Logical people deploy it. I did not learn from books. I learned from losses, from wrong hires, from bad deals I exited early. Experience is expensive, but ignorance costs more. Repetition teaches faster than theory. I made unpopular choices. I missed birthdays. I skipped holidays. I disappointed people I loved. Not because I did not care, but because freedom demands sacrifices most people cannot tolerate. Loneliness is part of the price. I learned early that doing everything yourself is not strength. It is limitation. I built teams, delegated quickly, hired people who knew more than me. My job became vision, capital, and relationships. If you are busy with everything, you are building nothing that scales. My risks were never reckless. They were calculated, demand confirmed, margins protected, buffers in place. From the outside, it looked boring. From the inside, it was survival mathematics. I did not chase passion. Passion came later, after competence, after mastery, after cash flow. I learned to love what paid me because it paid me. Passion is often a reward, not a starting point. I respected cycles. Markets rise, markets fall, winters arrive. I survived enough winters to own many springs. Wealth belongs to those who last, not those who sprint. I avoided noise ruthlessly. No constant news, no trend addiction, no comparison. Attention is the real currency, and most people are bankrupt. I optimized for control, not comfort. Control over time, control over income, control over decisions. Comfort came later, quietly, without announcement. The math was always simple. Buy low, sell higher, repeat, scale, protect the downside. None of it was clever. None of it was dramatic. It was just discipline applied longer than most people are willing to tolerate. People complicate wealth because simplicity feels boring. They look for secrets, shortcuts, hidden knowledge. But money has never rewarded complexity. It rewards patience, consistency, and the ability to repeat the same correct actions even when they stop feeling exciting. Wealth is simple ideas executed relentlessly for a very long time. Not once, not when conditions are perfect, but through boredom, doubt, and long stretches where nothing seems to be happening. That's where most people quit. That's where compounding begins. I never chased goals. Goals are fragile. They depend on mood, timing, and external conditions. When you reach them, they vanish. When you miss them, they punish you. Instead, I built systems. Systems don't care how you feel. They run when you're tired. They run when you're distracted. They keep producing results quietly in the background without needing applause or motivation. Habits outlive motivation. Motivation is a spark. Habits are an engine. And engines, once built, keep running even when you stop watching them. I never waited for permission. Permission is a trap disguised as politeness. If you wait to be ready, approved, or certain, you will always arrive late. I moved with incomplete information. I accepted that clarity comes after action, not before it. Every step forward reveals the next step. Standing still reveals nothing. Action beats clarity every time. The world rewards motion, not hesitation. Even imperfect movement teaches you more than perfect planning ever will. I also learned when to walk away. This was harder than learning when to push. Ego tells you to stay. Pride tells you to prove something. Experience tells you to leave. Bad partners drain time before they drain money. Bad margins slowly suffocate good businesses. Bad energy poisons decision-making in ways numbers can't explain. Walking away saved me more money than any deal I ever closed. The discipline to exit is as valuable as the courage to enter. Sometimes the smartest profit is the loss you refuse to carry. Now, at 69, people call me lucky. They call me smart. They call me disciplined. They are wrong. I am simply someone who understood early that wealth is ownership plus time, discipline and proximity. Nothing magical, nothing glamorous. If I could speak to my younger self, I would say this: get in the game early. Stay longer than everyone else. Ignore the noise. Build something boring. Control what matters. Let time do the heavy lifting. Because real wealth does not announce itself. It waits patiently for those who do not quit, and when it finally speaks, it whispers,